There we go. I'm finally on now. If you were waiting, I am sorry to delay starting the live, but I think it was only for a few seconds. Um, so, good morning to all of you. If you are on this morning, which I don't see anybody on right at this second, but if you're on, would you please just wave or say hello or good morning in the comment? And if you're watching this on the replay, would you also just let me know that you joined today? And, I can just say hello. I like to see who comes on and who can join in the morning and who likes to hop on later on in the day. And also, if you leave a comment, gives us opportunity to have a conversation. It's hard to have a conversation on this platform. It's not like Zoom. When you have Zoom, um, I can't. There's advantages to me using this particular platform. So with Zoom, people could actually be seen, and you know, it can open up more conversation during the fireside chat time. But I do try to keep the fireside chat time down between 15 to 25 minutes at tops. I know a couple of times it's gone as far as 25, but usually I try to keep it about 20. So if I had too many conversations going on, it would probably be a little longer than I feel like it should be. So if you leave comments, then I have the chance to have conversation with you, and other people can read the comments as well, which is really nice. So please be sure and do that. Say hello and all of that. Okay. Now, this morning I would uh, title this "Counsel Yourself Like You Would Counsel a Friend." And I thought of this morning because I have been having a conversation with a friend who has had a really rough past year. Um, she lost, she didn't lose her job, but she knew she would be losing her job. Her company would be closing. There was not really an indication as to exactly when it would be closing, but she knew that when it did, she would be out of a job. She didn't want to leave early because she didn't want to lose severance pay and any other bonuses and things that were available. Besides that, she had to keep working. And so, also during this past year, she had a lot of unexpected, very large expenses that came up. Her car broke down, and she finally just had to get another car. Her dog suddenly got very sick unexpectedly. That cost her a small fortune, and she had to put her dog down after that event. And then she replaced her dog. So having a new dog, a puppy, in the first year can be expensive. So all that to say, there were lots of really crazy things going on in her life, and there were other things too. And if you're on this morning, I want to just thank you for just letting me share this story, but I'm not saying who you are or giving too many details. The point that I'm trying to make, though, is this. And I can see there's 5 people on. So if you're on, say hello. I'd love to say good morning back to you, and just let me know that you're on this morning. So anyway, so what I was thinking about this morning, so all along during this journey of hers, in this long period of just felt like trials, it was easy for me looking on from the outside to look in and say, hey, listen, girl, you are awesome. Hey, Joy, good morning. Thank you for joining today. If you missed a little bit at the beginning, you might want to catch that, just a few minutes of the replay to catch the story that I was starting to tell here. And I'm entitling this morning's chat, Counsel Yourself Like You Would Counsel a Friend. Um, but I was saying it was easy for me to look in from outside and to say to her, "You're awesome. Don't worry. This is a trial. Hang in there. Don't lose faith. Trust God has a plan. Go with the flow." It was easy for me to say all of those things, but I know what it's like to be in those shoes. And I know how hard it is to say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Easy for you to say, right? But it is easy to say when you're looking from this side because you yourself have gone through trials, and you know that when you put your trust and you wait on God and you don't freak out or panic, you know God pulls through at the right time with the right things, and sometimes even just the most amazing things, right? So I was thinking this morning, now that she has gotten to this other side because she's had an amazing offer, and I'm so excited for her. Everything that she really wanted to come out of this situation has come all in one shot. And I feel like I know that sort of thing has happened to me before. And I know that it happens when I have surrendered my heart, my thoughts, and my life to trusting God with my situation. And so I I think that it's smart for us to think about when we're in situations where um we're in a trial, we're in a difficult time. It's important for us to think about, um if I were looking in from the outside and I were to advise my friend, or I was to comfort or encourage my friend, what are the things that I would say to her or him? Write them down. Write them down. I want my friend to know that she is loved by God. I want my friend to remember that God has promises for her. I want my friend to know to keep her eyes on Jesus. He will come through. Write those things down, because you know what? Then you read them back and you read them to yourself. Um, I think a lot of times the problem is we don't treat ourselves like we would treat our good friend. And sometimes when we can't speak those truths to ourselves, we do need to go seek a friend who will remind us of all those things and will encourage us and lift us up. And the Bible tells us to do that for one another, right? To lift one another up, to build one another up in the faith. And we don't have to build each other up in the faith when we're already strong today. I have no weakness in my faith today. Well, you don't need to counsel me or encourage me in the faith. Yes, you can say, "Isn't it great?" We come together in agreement, but you don't have to lift me up in my faith. My faith is great today. It's when I'm stretched, it's when I'm scared, it's when I'm in a panic. That's when I need a friend to say, "Don't forget the truth." And we still come together in agreement if my faith is strong. But sometimes faith wobbles, right? And we start to wonder, I believe God can, but will he? Have you ever been there? Have you ever been there? I have. I admit I have. So when we're in that position, that's when we go find a friend who will speak truth to us. And if a friend isn't available, or even if a friend does speak truth into our lives at that time, write down what they've said. And if a friend is not there right away, write down what you would say if you were the one that your friend came to for encouragement, inspiration, advice, and direction. So write that down. How would you encourage your friend when your friend is wobbling in the faith? How would you speak truth to her? What would you say? Write it down and read it back to yourself. because you need to be your best friend. You have to live with you every day. And it has taken me quite a while in my adult life to come to a place where I could accept that, see that, and be that. And but it's a very necessary part of our journey of faith. Um, okay, so that was my share for today, as far as um, encouragement, uh, in the faith, in the journey and the walk on the walk. What am I trying to say? The journey of faith in our lives. But I also wanted this morning to introduce you to something really, really cool. And couldn't wait to get to this point where I could show you something that I have been working on. So I've got 3 people on, and hopefully there'll be some people who will see this later on the replay. And do make sure you say hello, or wave, or pop a heart in the comments, something, to let me know that you were on this morning, and that I would have a chance to say good morning back to you, and let me know if you're watching the live, or if you're watching the replay, or you missed part of the live and you're watching part of the replay. It's good for me to have an idea of how many people are on, and how many people are watching, and how many people were encouraged by what I share. So if you missed the beginning of today's live, and you're on live, do watch the replay, because the beginning of this, I think, is encouraging. It's kind of eye-opening for me. It was kind of a good reminder, and I think it's important for us to hey, thanks for the heart. Not sure who sent the heart, but thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. But we're talking this morning about counseling yourself like you would counsel your best friend, and seeing yourself as the best friend that you would want to encourage and build up. Because when we are stretched in our faith, when we really have to face our fears in the midst of wanting to keep the faith, that's when we have to talk to ourselves as though we were the best friend that we want to encourage. If you've ever encouraged someone when they've been in a scary journey, write down what you would want to say to them. Read it back to yourself. Read it back every day. And even take that list and pray it back to God. I want to believe, God, that you mean what you say when you say you will provide all of my needs. I want to believe, God, when you say that you love me completely and will take care of me. I want to believe whatever the other truths are that you would want to encourage your friends to say, and ask God to help you in your weakness. And God gives us, he even says in his word that we, that he will help us when our faith is weak. And when we can't do that, have that conversation with ourselves as our own best friend, then we need to turn to a friend who will speak truth into our lives. So, and we need to turn to a friend when we need truth spoken into our lives, when we're tempted to stray, and that sort of thing. So, speaking truth, understanding truth, and there really is only one truth. Any other truth besides the Bible is truth that will change from day to day. So when someone says it's my truth, well, your truth could be a different truth tomorrow, because you're the one making the decision what the truth is going to be. And that's a scary road, because there's no solid faith to cling to that's unchanging. And that is the beauty behind putting our faith and trust in Jesus Christ and what he says about himself and us and our relationship with him and the relationship he desires to have with us, then that we find in the Bible. And that is our solid foundation. It's our solid ground, and it gives us the ability to walk the road of faith and to encourage other friends and family to do the same. So, okay, so now I want to introduce you to something really, really amazing. Um, if you have been following me at all over the last several months, you may realize, you may recognize that a couple of months ago, I had a friend that sent me a podcast that literally changed the course of my journey this year. Um, I found myself in that podcast. I felt as though God was saying to me, "You're going to trust me or not? Are you going to believe me or not?" And so, even what I've just talked about is all part of that. But I found myself needing to stop in my tracks, just stop and really examine, where was my heart? What was my motive? Where did what was the motive behind some of the choices and decisions that I had been making? And I realized that a lot of it was fear, and fear arose because I was in a scary situation and I was wavering in my faith. Would God really take care of me? Were the choices that I were making, were they really from God? And so I really had to face that. And to get answers to those questions, I really had to stop. I really had to slow down. I really had to get quiet. As I did and chose to pursue my relationship with Christ in peace over pursuing whatever I needed to do to get rid of the things I was afraid of, new things were born. And I want to show you what one of them is. Just give me a moment here to share my screen and show you what I have going on now. Let's see if I can find it again. Here we go. All right. This is the front cover and the inside cover of a new book. This is a coffee table book. It is a hardcover, 8.5 by 11 size book with a hardcover called Reflections and Devotionals. It's art and thought that I have put together. These are some of the things that I have written on Facebook. They are poetry. I'm going to just show you some of them. And these are what the pages look like. So they are pieces of art that I have done over the years or in the past year. And they are some of the favorite devotionals and poetry and things that I have posted on Facebook, and some other things that I've written that no one has ever seen. And they have all been compiled and edited and put together in a lovely, lovely book. What do you think? Do y'all like it? Isn't it just so pretty? I just love the colors. I love the inspiration that is in here. And this book just got sent in for proof last night. So let me just close my share. Let's see. Okay, so I'm back. What did y'all think of that? It is 50 pages, 25 devotionals and poetry, and 25 pieces of art. And it is all put together in a hardcover 8.5 by 11 size coffee table book. A conversation piece to have in your home, a great witnessing tool in your office or place of business, and a wonderful gift also for someone who has everything and would appreciate something really beautiful, peaceful, and encouraging. So the coffee table book, this is the first of a few that I will be putting together. And the coffee table book will be $49. And if you are interested, whether you're on live right now or you're on the replay, if you're interested in the coffee table book, I'm going to show it to you again. If you're interested in the coffee table book, just put in the comment, interested in the new book, because I can easily send you the link to order the book if you are interested. I just finished the book and I don't have this posted yet on my website. So this will get posted on the website today. The link will be available, but if you're interested, I will be sure to give you a link, and I'll be taking pre-orders for this book initially. That initial shipment, that initial bulk shipment probably will not be here until, well, I probably won't be able to distribute them until mid-July, but they are coming out this summer, and I am taking pre-orders. That will definitely help me to go ahead and order them when they're ready. And I have just now ordered the proof last night. This just got completed yesterday. So I have been diligently working hard at perfecting this and laying out the colors and the writing, and just wanting to bring to you the inspiration. I even have a little QR code on the back cover where people can scan it and see other things that are available under my new business name, Art Encounters. And Art Encounters is kind of fun because it is opportunities for people to encounter art your way. So that's what Art Encounters is all about. But you'll see more of that on the website in the days to come. So that's my new book, and it's pretty exciting. It's a compilation of writings that I've posted on Facebook over time, and also thank you, Joy. I appreciate that. I'll send you a private message after our chat today. And also, it is there are people who have certain things that they have read, or things that they, art that they have seen that they really loved. And maybe, I thought initially that the coffee table book, I thought, was a really cool idea for people who like my art and liked seeing my art, but maybe don't have the room or the decor that a certain piece they really love would go on the wall. Maybe you don't want to hang it on the wall. My sister doesn't want to hang anything on her walls. And so this is a great way to have art that you can sit and look at and just appreciate. And in some of them, they're really peaceful paintings that can really help you just calm down and be at peace, and just imagine yourself being in some of those peaceful, beautiful places. And also there's devotionals, and you're getting your coffee table ready. I love that. That's awesome. That's awesome. So this would definitely give you that final last wonderful touch for your coffee table. It is a great conversation piece. It's a great witnessing tool. It would be a great piece to have in an office or place of business where people are sitting in a waiting room and could pick it up and look at some of them and maybe be encouraged themselves. It would make a really, really nice gift for someone who needs some encouragement, is at a place of, just at a place in their life where change is coming, or they're just kind of in a faith crisis time, or whatever it might be. It just would be a really, really beautiful book to encourage other people, and a great gift for someone that really has everything. And so if you're interested in the coffee table book, I'm taking pre-orders now, and I don't have the link ready. I just sent that book out for proof last night. So that book will be ready to ship out to friends and family about mid-July, but I am taking pre-orders now. So if you're interested, just say interested, pop it into the comments so I know. And then later on today, I will go ahead and send you the link when I have that finished. So I'll be getting that ready today. So that was it for me today. I hope that you all, if you're in the United States, that you have a safe and really wonderful 3-day weekend. Enjoy your Memorial Day with friends and family. Be safe. Um, be a joy. Have rest. And just have a really wonderful day and a beautiful weekend. I love you all, and I'll see you next Saturday on Fireside Chat.